everyone, and welcome to the Financial Freedom Podcast. So it's Tuesday, so we're doing the NZSX 50 in review. So I'll just share my screen. Right, here we are here. So I've just brought that up. It's over a 2-year period, and unfortunately the New Zealand share market did end down again last week. It looks like it was down around 13% odd. I might not quite have that right, but yeah, it's certainly down. So let's put the moving averages on and see how it's actually looking. So for those that you remember, I like to use the 30 exponential moving average and that off, and I will also put on the 15 period as well. Now these aren't magic numbers by any stretch of the imagination. They are just two moving averages that I like to use when I'm doing research. Okay, so we can see here that the moving averages crossed at about the 20th of August. So it formed because the 15-week moving average has passed through the 30. It's now referring to what we've in the financial game as a dead cross. So it's a little bit of a period where you've got to exercise caution. I mean, the market could rebound and that would be great. It's what we want to see. However, because it's trading under those moving averages, it is really a time for caution. We'll just go out to the 5-year period and we'll just have a look at that as well. So what we saw here leading up to 2020, we were seeing some really, really good growth. But then, of course, at the end of February, we weren't in lockdown, but that was where certainly news hit and everything like that around COVID. And what we saw was a huge and severe sharp sell-off, which you can see there. Then what happened is basically we had about 4 weeks where the market was down and quite severely, but then it rallied, and it rallied really, really strongly, which was great. That normally is not common, okay? Normally we sort of languish along the bottom a little bit before we'll start seeing some signs of recovery. Market, in hindsight, topped at about January 2021. Obviously fell a little bit, and then we had some sideways, and then basically from December last year, the market started to fall again. We've sort of seen a couple of attempts at rallies, bit of a sideways movement, and then again now we're trending down. Where the bottom is, I don't know. No one actually knows. But let's pop on a daily chart and we'll just have a look at that as well. So we can see our dead cross happening sort of around the 10th here of August, okay? And yes, the market is basically trading below that. You can see there Friday it ended down. Looks like Wednesday could have been quite a good positive day, but for the whole week, if you use the last 5 days, we've only had one positive day in the last 5. So that's something that I definitely want to make sure is that these candles are trading above those moving averages. Now, before I move on, this is not personal advice, okay? This is just education purposes. It's what I look at when I'm going to be buying shares. So for me at the moment, because the share market is trading down, I wouldn't be looking any further for any new positions that could be available. There might be some there, but for me, I want to see the market in positive territory, and then I'll start looking at individual stocks. Underneath this chart, you can see here I've got an ATR. So it stands for average true range, and that also lets me know roughly about how much volatility there is in the market. So we've got basically, it's showing we're 88 at the moment. So that means in any one day, the market could move about $88 either way in a day on average, okay? Now, if I take that figure and divide it by where the market is at the moment, that 11,238, it brings us at about 1.7%. So that's about how much volatility there is there, okay? For me, I want to make sure a market is trading under that 5% volatility, which it certainly meets that, which is great. But I do come back to these moving averages. It's trading below them, and so that's something that I definitely don't want to go any further. Now, my share and review this week is Fisher & Paykel Healthcare. So if you want to have a look at that, I will be posting that on Thursday. So enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you. And yeah, have a great day.